On YouTube,
Not sure
we're
if you
live on
guys just heard us
TikTok.
there, but maybe the big camera's good because we can really. Maybe we get a sit to stand desk.
I don't mind a sit to stand, to be honest.
I'd love a sit to stand, to be honest.
Bit of Pat McAfee type
Yeah,
style,
because
you know.
then you can really really
Roll around when you really need to. Remember back in the day we had the we'd go over and do the rant. You'd go and actually. But
to be honest, and we've changed it up today. Our big camera wasn't working. We're using the iPhone, but the iPhone doesn't look too bad.
iPhone looks good.
Yeah, so you introduced us. I'm gonna I can't even check because that's my phone behind the thing. So can you just see? I think we're rolling.
We're rolling. We are rolling.
We haven't done a normal pod for a while.
I'll check on the tube. But welcome to the Polar Opposites podcast. It's been a while. You know, and what we've been doing, and just so you know, we've just been, we've been grinding at work. That's what we've been doing.
Yeah,
so it's tough.
And then we haven't done a normal pod for a while, so it's good to see us. Good to have yous.
We will have a music video on there though, just so you know.
We got a new Bailey Zimmerman song.
What's his story? He's released a new album by the sounds of it.
New album. I think he's just come out of today and just said next week's the whole album's coming out. Here's the rundown of song names and lists and artists, but features. But.
Yeah,
today he's just gone, here you go, have same, what's it called, Chevy Silverado.
Okay. It's going to be interesting.
We love a bit of Bailey, so we'll see how we go. But
was Bailey the one with the who's doing the backflips? That's Benson, isn't it?
That was Benson.
Okay.
Bailey's country lad, but he had a song with Diplo, I think, that got through pretty nicely.
Yeah.
On our Yeah Nah reviews. So hopefully you guys can hear us there, and we think they can hear us, don't we?
Yeah, we're rolling. We are absolutely rolling.
Sounds all right. So.
Yeah,
well, look at that. We are flying. Okay, and we're live on TikTok for the first time.
TikTok heads. Now we haven't got. We'll have to work. We're just kind of working it out on TikTok. So if you're saying hi, I'll have to see if I can go TikTok on the.
I don't mind the wide view
on the cam. Yeah, I just can't see if anyone's chatting to us because usually
on the
because I'm
TikToks,
not on the right.
You might be able to push it on that. So well, that's right. Well, the thing is, the best thing about these back to your normal podcast is we can have a bit of fun.
Baby. It's long form.
I want to start us off today with something real unfortunate for me.
Oh no!
So. What did we call it? Pigeon.
Not pigeon chest.
Pigeon chest. So we were hitting the gym this morning, and out of nowhere we were doing this. What was that move called?
So we're doing
lying down.
Yeah, just lying down row. So having like a chest support row.
Yeah. Incline. So I had my belly up. My guts were on this thing, and my chest was on that thing, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, how can you guys do that? It really hurts me, right? Because I've got this, my sternum, you'd call it, pushes into the thing. And they're like, what the hell? It shouldn't be like...
Yeah, every time you've sooked up, which is crazy. Now I feel bad.
It's been years, yeah.
So FOULDZY has been sooking up about this thing for years. I'm always like, it shouldn't hurt you this much. You're being...
And I always just push through. And but I do less reps and stuff because it's really just like... And then it turns out, I'm like... And then I feel it today, I'm like... Is that what everyone's is like? Like, this is what I've been feeling for my whole life, just thinking it's all right. And then we had you and one of our mates,
Shout out Webbs.
So I'll go over to him, and then I go over to you, and you guys you don't have this thing.
Mm-mm.
So whatever this big bone is I've got coming out of my guts here, or the top of my chest, you guys don't have it. So then I go, this is what my ribs look like. I won't get the kit out now because the rig looks a bit sloppy, but my ribs essentially are showing... If you can,
oh, don't do it. What is going on? We're going to get pulled off the screen.
But yeah, then pretty much worked out that my ribs stick out as well. So I'm like,
which is a part of the part of the bird. What do we call it?
The pigeon.
The pigeon chest.
We'll jump on into the maps and have a look. But yeah, so that. It makes sense because I have enough beers on the weekend that you've still got the beer belly, the beer guts. But then I've always could see my ribs thinking that I'm doing all right, but it's because I've got this pigeon chest. Apparently,
even back in the day remember you went real skinny for a bit.
Yeah,
you ribbed out big time. So it makes sense. So let's get let's get it up and see what it says.
So let's have a squiz here. So essentially, what the pigeon is pigeon chest is also known as pectus carry. What's that word? Carinatum.
Carinatum.
Whatever that is. So it's a chest wall. So it's a chest wall deformity where the breastbone and ribs protrude outwards. And then essentially, and Cobby, he's like a pediatrician and stuff. Is that what it's called? Pediatrician? So he kind of knows what he's talking about a few things. He goes, yeah, mate, that's... Podiatrist, sorry. And he's like, that's you've got pigeon chest.
Yeah.
So out of nowhere, it says, this condition is often noticeable during puberty or when you're having your growth spurt.
It just didn't pop up for the big
Well,
fella.
it doesn't typically cause internal organ problems. Self-esteem and social life dramas.
Yeah, it's tough out there.
So that's pigeon chest known as pectus Carrington, whatever that is. But
Karaoke.
there you go. So I've just found that after all these years, I won't divulge how old I am, but that's a long time to not know. And then today I've worked it out. That makes sense because, my ribs are always like, you can see my ribs flat stick and like stuff like that, and out of nowhere, and then I've got this big bulge coming out of my chest here, and I thought it was normal, but turns out no.
That is the crazy thing, is that you, like, for so long you've been talking about when you do the chest support row, which is like, obviously you've got your, as you said, your chest's on it, your belly's on it, and you're just using the row. Yeah. So it's all always, taking the impact.
Yeah, right there, that whole bone.
And every
just goes
time you're like,
through.
I'm not going to do this one because it hurts. And I've always been thinking, this guy is the biggest wuss of all time.
For sure.
But you've got pigeon chest.
That's crazy. I should have told our man, Dad was here before. I should have told him. I said, mate, you've given me the old pigeon chest and haven't told me. What if
Mart's got it? You know what?
Mart probably does. I reckon he has the pigeon chest too.
Now that I think about it, I think the old man does.
Same.
That's
he's
crazy,
got the old rib
actually.
job, like the rib job as well. So
he's been rib jobbed.
He's
been rib. Fouldzys been rib jobbed.
Yeah. So that's it. So there you go. But there you go. That's just something a bit different. Didn't realize that had come out today.
For sure. That is crazy stuff. Now I got a hard hitting one for us.
Yeah.
As we move on.
Yeah.
So I've been having to think, and
I've turned the smoke and lights off too. You can't always have that.
We can't be smoking forever.
Yeah,
so
that's it.
Pretty well. I've been speaking to, and missuses don't like it. I'm actually quite a fan, so it'll be interesting to see where you fall on this. So we're going to do a versus. We're going to throw back the old polar opposites versus.
Can I just tell you this? People like they always see the close-up angle, and now that they're going to see the wide angle, they see all the garbage going on. But I kind of like it. I think this is going to be a new format. I think I like this.
I like the wideness because of the. It shows you what we're dealing with over here.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, so sorry, keep going.
Sorry, so socks with sandals.
Socks with sandals.
I would like. So we're gonna do a who you picking. So pretty well a yes or no, and we're gonna choose either side. Might even rock paper scissors for a yes or no, depending on how we go. But pretty well, isn't it acceptable to wear it outside the house? Socks versus even sometimes I even get in trouble for doing it just in the house.
In the house,
which is crazy to me.
So your missus doesn't like the socks with sandals.
Doesn't like socks with sandals, which is absolutely crazy.
What are we calling sandals? Like
I'd go like. Any Havanas, any like Crocs, any...
So yeah, Crocs, okay, so we're classifying all that stuff.
Crocs,
So it could be anything. It could be a Birkenstock, it could be whatever they are.
Whatever you...
Who's wearing Birkenstocks in this day and age though?
Just your real elite.
Yeah, okay, so that's a good question. So if we're talking about that, so yes or no, is that pretty much it?
Yes or no. So we won't put the timer up, but pretty well give yourself about a minute and give us what you think and why.
So, I wonder if the timer's still here. It probably still is down here somewhere. That's all right. But I'm going to give it.
Here you go. So you roll straight in. Here we go. He's going to go up. He's up on the... Oh, no. Oh, no. He's up. He's doing it. He's rolling the socks.
So I'm a heavy Croc socks, and when I wear Crocs, which is pretty much every day of my life, I need socks. I need socks. Something about putting like a dirty foot into Crocs or a sandal. You know what? I think it's acceptable for Crocs. I don't think it doesn't work. It doesn't. Some people do like socks with flip-flops, thongs.
Yeah.
Obviously in Australia here we call it thongs. That doesn't work for me. It's never worked. Some people do it. I don't know how they do it with the material doesn't seem to get around. So you do that. So for me, I've never got around that. I don't mind it though. Look-wise, I reckon each their own. Just same with the sock because no, I don't wear this. I don't wear the socks with Crocs. It doesn't look good. I can definitely tell. I can tell you right now it doesn't look good. Crocs in general, I think, look garbage.
I tend to disagree, to be honest.
You reckon it looks all right?
Well, I was rolling, so pretty well there's a photo of me rolling around in Airport West with like the light blue Crocs into the socks.
Yep.
And Asho was not happy. She sent it off to the crew because
they weren't happy. She wasn't happy with it.
She was like, this guy's an absolute bum.
Yeah. I think it kind of looks like that, but like, yeah, it's like, but the thing is the comfort level is so great, and the ease of just putting a croc on and going to a supermarket or whatever, or your everyday life, it doesn't matter what. Like sometimes looks means nothing if you feel like you can just roll out of the house like that. Or like I love that. That's every day for me. Maybe it was the blue.
Oh, the blue doesn't
probably didn't like it because I got the black.
Especially the blue with the the blue with the cushion as well in there. Like the new
because we've got the Kmart, the old
Ankos,
the old Anko, the ones with the fabric on it. Okay, so let us know in the comments. So what are you thinking? Crocs. Oh, sorry, you give them the what was it again?
So it was yes or no, like socks with sandals, socks. Oh, so yes, it's just a yes or no type question.
Yes or no.
So yes for me, yes for Fouldsy. I think. Let us know if you come in the chat.
You know what? Ultimate comfort. Anything with socks is going to be just ultimate comfort. So I'm a yes. I think. Well, I see if Arm's a yes. Hey,
he's locked in over there. We got Arm in the background doing some work.
Can I get him live on the pod? You reckon I can spin the cam?
Do you reckon he'll roll in? He's probably not going to be happy. But Foulds is about to get Arm live on the pod. This is what we do with the camera. We can kind of roll it any way we want. Oh, it's risky business. He's turning it around. He is turning it around. Keep going, and stop. Yep, we got him right there. There he is. Arm.
Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you in the background there. We've got Arm. He's locked in.
He's our video editor now.
Video editor.
Every time we talk about the guy who's supposed to edit the stuff, maybe it's him. Does that look straight enough for you?
Yeah, it's good. That's very good. So he's video editor, stock boy, and really just get it. Shout out to Pavy who's joined the live stream on TikTok as well.
Who's that?
Pavy. There's been a few kind of run through.
Pavy is in our Pavy, Johnny Pav?
Nah, on TikTok, I doubtful.
Doubt it. Yeah, look, see, something looks weird here. What's going on? So we're pretty portable here, so we're back. All right, we're back. All right, let's move on. What else have we got?
So we got one. We can roll into nicknames.
Yeah, nicknames.
That
was another comment. Yeah, that's why the gym's good because it really brings up some stuff. Nicknames.
You get some good banter in the gym. Very good banter.
Yeah, nicknames. Nicknames. We haven't. I'm surprised we've never spoken about nicknames on this and back when we were hitting these heavy. But nicknames are.
So I think we should roll through. I want to get like one. I'm going to clip this and get it saying like. What's like the best nickname you've ever come across, but like the reasoning behind it?
As in for us in general, or just the one you've heard?
Or for everyone, or you've heard? Because I honestly think Diamond Dan's chick. Welcome to the show too.
How's she liking the new setup? I can't believe that's coming through.
They pop in, they pop out. No comments as of yet though.
But yeah, I like the old nicknames that people used to get like back in the day, like like the old school ones like Shags and
Shags, that's it. I could be a Shags.
Yeah,
Shane rolls in the Shags.
Yeah. So
Shag one.
When it comes to nicknames, though, I've had heaps. So if I can nail my ones off, just so we can so if I can think of them, and I wish if we've got a Ben Kroll or Paddy Goss or one of those guys, Tom Fraser in the chat, that would be good. So just off the top of my head, so I've got Keith Lemon. Keith Lemon, or they call it. This is a Jake O'Donnell special. He's that old footy player. So let's see if we can get some. Let's get these up to.
Yeah, I can get the photos of the people.
I don't think I've actually ever looked up Keith. Is that him?
That can't be him.
AFL.
Oh,
Keith
that wouldn't
Lemon.
have been him before. Yeah, it mustn't be.
Maybe it's this bloke. That looks more like it. That does look. That makes more sense if that's what they're talking about.
Keithy Lemon.
Let's you see that?
He's been Keithy Lemon. That's amazing. Actually, you know what? That does. If that is him, it's a striking resemblance.
Yeah. Okay. So we got Keith Lemon. We got Let's go. Then we got Vince Colosimo. So they used to call me Fat Vince Colosimo. So.
Yeah, where did that one come from?
I'm not sure. I think there was a few times where I cut my hair short and I was like slicking it right back.
Yeah, okay.
It might have been around the the underbelly days.
Yeah, okay.
With the bit of underbelly action. So I reckon a bit of Fat Vince Colosimo. That's why they called me Fat Vince Colosimo. What was one when we were talking about the pigeon chest?
Oh yeah, Pidgeotto. You said
how would you spell that? Pidgey
O-T-T. I think it was TTO, yeah.
Yeah, the Pokemon. That's him there. They used to hit me with that fella.
If we could if you could find yourself a photo,
yeah, we'll put them on the TikTok. So what else was there? I've had that many. It's crazy. Kramer, because I had like a Kramer haircut. We all know what Kramer looks like. George the Jungle when I used to have long hair. Yeah, great. There was no end, and there still is no end these days. There's nicknames flying about and.
George is probably the one that stick the most.
Yeah,
you're a full time.
That was my long hair. Yeah, and when we were younger, it was just I was a standard guy in year 12 with the long hair, and it was George of the Jungle type vibes. So pretty old school, but yeah, nicknames you got to have them. All our mates, you got them, especially in Australia, as if no one really like your one's massive. Like you talk about yours there.
Oh yeah, so mine's Nugget, but
yours is almost so much of a nickname you don't even realize that you got another name, kind of thing.
Yeah, for real. No one really knows my first name, so we'll keep it that way. But pretty well, I've only ever had 2 nicknames my whole life. Nugget came into it.
Yep.
And then for a brief period of time, I was hovercraft at the footy club and cricket club.
I've heard that one actually.
I used to run without. They reckon my legs would be moving so fast that they wouldn't touch the ground.
Yeah, the quick. Yeah, like Dad used to run too. Yeah, like the real quick action.
That was the hovercraft. So that was the 2. But I've honestly
hovercraft.
Out of all the as clever nicknames go, our oldest brother's nicknames I think it's the best nickname of all time. The reasoning. So he's got Woosha.
Oh, yeah.
And the reasoning, so last names are obviously FOULDZYs. So our last names are Folds, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Right, and there was a guy, so if you're not in Australia, you wouldn't know, but there was a guy named, what was his, I know his last name
Worsfold,
was Jonathan. John Worsfold. So he used to be...
Which is horse. Which is, they call him horse as well.
Yeah, for sure.
He's got the big barrel, the big meat and potatoes.
So pretty much John Worsfold. So he used to be, I think pretty sure he was an AFL player, and then obviously coached the Eagles. And pretty well his nickname is Woosha, right? So they used to call our brother Worst Folds. So out of the 3 of us, he was the worst Folds, right? So that went from Kale.
That's very well. Whoever thought of that was very...
one of the greatest nicknames. I'm saying. So he went from Worst Folds to Woosha because this guy. So Woosha's actual name is Worst Folds.
Yeah.
So that's how it kind of played out.
100%. Yeah.
One of the great nicknames of all time. So
and then
Woosha,
obviously us growing up, then it'd be like, who's the worst Folds, and then call someone Woosha, and then and then if we did something wrong, they'd call us the Woosh. And
yeah, I don't think I've ever been tagged with the worst Folds, unfortunately.
Yeah, I do enjoy that name, but let us know what's your best nicknames. You know, how do you choose nicknames? Because nicknames in Australia, I'm telling you, that's all we do is nicknames. We shorten everything, we abbreviate. Not so much overseas and stuff like that. Like, you know, that like a little bit then stuff. Everyone has nicknames, obviously, but here in Australia, we just shorten straight away. It's like, this is, you're born straight away. Boom, someone comes flying in. There's old mate. They change it, they shorten it, and then that's what it stays. So.
Yeah, for sure.
So
you
love
never
that.
get your name. So everyone takes their time naming your kids and stuff, and they just never get that name again in their lives.
Exactly right.
Whenever you name your kid, they're not getting that name ever.
Nah, that's it. That's exactly right. Yeah, if you want the kid to have the name, you may as well not choose it. But you know what? I reckon we maybe skip Bailey Zimmerman today. Yep. Only because I'm thinking, you know what? It's all looking pretty good. I think we're all still online. You know, we're live. I'm just thinking, just to save, if we might get, TikTok might just rip us straight off the air somewhere like that. And so let's just keep the music ones apart just for now. At least next week we can work it out better and get them in. But we still got some other stuff. What's that? We had a bit of a versus.
The one's going to go. But maybe do you want to touch on before we hit that? Maybe a bit of Ozzy Osbourne before. Like you're an Ozzy Osbourne man. Throw a dedication to the boys. So shout out to Ozzy Osbourne, your man.
Devastating. You know, it's been it's been the craziest thing for. Well, I say people our age, but we grew up it wasn't really our era. Like Ozzy Osbourne and Hulk Hogan were before our era, obviously.
The Hulkster
but
too,
we grew up kind of like, I obviously grew up as a young guy liking metal. So I used to love Ozzy, and I've always loved Ozzy and metal stuff like that. But Hulk Hogan, we grew up obviously loving wrestling and stuff like that. So
big Hucks.
The big 2 in a row. And I think Hulk's almost come over the top, and, you know, they do say there's memes everywhere about poor Ozzy just, you know, he was going to have his time and stuff.
Yeah.
And poor Hogan, just like he did in all these wrestling stuff, come over the top and was like, that's not going to work for me, brother.
I'm the main.
Yeah, it's going to have to be all about me from now on. But, RIP to them both. Ozzy, obviously, unbelievable. If you go back and
Black Sabbath, was that his main band?
Right? So it's Black Sabbath when he was younger, and then into his solo stuff.
Yeah.
And then just pretty much when he did the Osbournes in, what was that, late 90s, early 2000s, or whenever that was, it was just pop culture icon. And it's always a bit of up and down about that, because it is one of the best, funniest shows of all time. If you go back and watch that, it's just it's comedy gold.
Yeah.
But also I'm pretty sure the story is that he was so bad, like on his drug and alcohol stuff then, that they'd just feed him medication, or I think the stories are pretty bad about they just like
to get into the shows and stuff.
If you saw him in the later years, even with his Parkinson's, he was on podcasts and stuff like that, and his own podcast, and then he was still, even though he had Parkinson's, he was struggling a bit. He could still talk a lot, even better than he did back then.
Yeah.
In some of those clips where he looks like absolutely fried, he can hardly talk and stuff. It's because they kind of like lent into it a bit, so he'd become that kind of guy that everyone loved. But if you haven't seen the Osbournes, go watch it. It's just about the kids, Jack and what's her name, Kelly, growing up and stuff like that, just brawling each other, and then the mum, and it's just Sharon. It is an unbelievable show as
Sharon's a classic on that.
Yeah, then they just the kids are just going through like doing drugs for the first time, and Kelly's dating the guy from The Used and stuff. It's a real.
It's a real thing.
It's unreal, but that RIP to the greats, and two of the greats. That's the thing. If you were like, all right, who are the big Mount Rushmores or whatever, you say heavy metal straight away. Aussie's obviously in there in the top 4, no doubt.
Yeah.
And then same with wrestling. Hulk will be in the top 4 too. So crazy to lose them in 1 week.
Yeah, the Hulkster went down. He kind of people were off him. The last, remember he rolled up. I'm not sure what he's doing.
Yeah. So that's the thing. He's kind of tainted himself ever since wrestling, like you can come out these days and just, there was obviously back in the day, it was like full shoot interviews. They'd come out of nowhere and be like, oh yeah, he's a bit of a dog or whatever. But now that everyone can pretty much just come out and say their own voice on Twitter and stuff, essentially just for the last 10 years, it's come out that people just thought he was hard to deal with.
Yeah,
he was just like, when all the docos about how he had the creative control in WCW. So he'd get to the arena and they'd be like, Hulk, all right, you're going to be like losing the belt tonight. And he's like, that doesn't work for me, brother. Apparently that was his thing. That's not going to work for me, brother. And then they just changed it. So then there's a few good docos on that where he just refuses to. So that's why I think he got a bad name for that, for the wrestling people. But then he got a bad name. Well, yeah, he said a few bad, like full racist things and stuff.
Yeah.
And so he's. Yeah, and then when he came out of the wrestling earlier this year for Netflix,
they were off him.
Booed the absolute house out of him. So not a great time to go. I feel like
for him,
he probably needed a few more years just to really claw back and try to do the right thing. But a legacy's a legacy. I guess it's not going to change.
What's crazy? He was obviously massive in the '80s wrestling. Like it was probably where he was the biggest. Then he rolled back to WCW, was huge in the wars, and then he had the match with The Rock in like 2003, 2004 was massive at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And he was getting big pops. He was getting bigger pops than The Rock. There.
Unreal. Yeah. That's when they changed the whole the story from. Yeah. They was like they were supposed to have their own roles. He was supposed to be bad, Rock good, and then they flipped it. They flipped it mid thing because they were both pros. So yeah, RIP to the greats. Yep, unbelievable from the boys. So what else we got on the cards?
Well, one's got to go before we.
We're doing well for the first time back.
Before we zing off, and the crew. Thanks for watching as well.
Yeah, thanks. Any TikTok heads? Any comments?
Someone joined from. You get some crazy names on TikTok. One was this one who just joined. I have no brains. Just
really? Yeah,
just rolled in.
TikTok,
welcome.
Yeah, that's right. We'll be able to get them. We'll hold them.
But
now we've got this format. That's handy, isn't it? That's real good.
Oh, it's so good. So good. So pretty well. One's got to go. So this is obviously pre-lactose for me, but you're right up your alley. This sort
pre-lactose?
Pre-lactose. Anyone who's got the lactose knows.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
This would not work for them. But one's got to go.
One's got to go.
Chalky milkshake, strawberry milkshake, banana milkshake.
That is a good one. I like that.
There we go.
Just the three.
Just the three. So one's got to go. You got to get. And I know you were a big banana guy back in the day. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and I still am, to be honest. So this is a hard one because I do enjoy all three. And someone who I thought I was lactose for a while, but I'm definitely not. I've had my fair share of milkshakes, as you can tell from the body. But yeah, I'm not lactose. So there was a time where I thought I was, so I fully went off the milkshakes, and that was my cheese and stuff I could get rid of. Like I didn't want to, but milkshakes were the hardest thing to get rid of. But that is a good one. I think these days I try not to have it too much because you're trying to get the rig in shape. But if someone say, oh yeah, it's milkshake time, what are you having or whatever, I think straight away my brain goes, first pick, I'm like strawberry these days, but then a close second is banana. And I really like a chocolate milkshake, but it just doesn't have the juice to get up there. Or maybe
Really?
because when we were younger, we had a lot more chocolate, so I kind of...
That's crazy to me that you're picking so chocolate's gonna go.
Chocolate for me, unfortunately, I think it's maybe because I've had it so much.
Yeah,
maybe
for
like
sure.
just I don't know. Maybe when we were younger and stuff, I feel like when you're younger, it's like you don't get the choice. You're like, oh, having a milkshake, it's chocolate. You're having chocolate, mate. That's can I have banana? No, it's chocolate. You know what I mean?
I think more flavors kind of came out a bit later.
Yeah, and then like it was more like, and obviously if you're thinking milkshakes, you're the top. What are the top two?
Chocolate and strawberry.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So and back in the day, it was like your parents will give you probably two choices.
You used to like the blue one, remember?
Yeah, Blue Heaven. That was my go.
That's right.
Yeah, if this is Blue Heaven, if we're talking Blue Heaven,
I
that'd be
forgot
top
about that
tier.
until you were just talking about it.
Yeah, Blue Heaven was my go-to.
His love for the milkshakes really just...
That little Ilden town. And
If you're a Blue Heaven guy, that means you love a milkshake. That's
that is true. I like a caramel milkshake too, to be honest.
yes. Well,
I think I just like milk.
I'm a banana. I'd be getting rid of banana for sure. So chocolate's a staple. A good strawberry. The only thing about strawberry, they can miss. You can miss on a strawberry,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
I agree.
But chocolate, I feel like it's just Mr. Dependable. You just kind of hit well.
Oh, that's and I agree. It's still great. Yeah, it's still great.
And then strawberry, a good strawberry, delish.
Unbelievable
But
scenes.
can miss, which is unfortunate. But
How do they miss? You reckon? Is it if it's not enough? If it's not like enough syruped in?
yeah, if sometimes I'll leave a couple of the. If it's like, and sometimes I'll chuck real strawberries in there as well, and and there'll be a few of that seeding stuff, and
that's getting a bit. And you know what? Gone are the days, unfortunately, of the. Remember, you used to go to a cafe and they give you the old big tin. They'd make it in the tin.
the big silver tin.
They'd buzz it around and you just straight in. These days they're putting in these like dicky glasses, like those handle glasses, and they're trying to get and like with the straw, like
you're in like a small cup worth.
Yeah,
the milkshakes need to be in that big tin.
Like it's back in diner. Yeah, like
you need to be having at least 800 mils worth of milk, or else you're not even.
I agree, and that's the thing these days with the costs and stuff. But you don't get your money's worth anymore compared to what you used to. But I'm going to say for me, chocolate's gone. You got to go the two fancy banana and strawberry combo.
I like that. I'm getting rid of banana now. Before we get off the chocolate, I just want to check. Do we know if Jerry's shakes, are they still rolling?
Jerry's shakes and Tullamarine. If there's any Tullamarine heads?
Oh, that's obviously gone, but are they still?
Are they a thing? Well, there was another one in Ascot Vale I used to go. When I had the studio in Flemington, I used to roll down on a Sunday after.
Oh, no, it's still going.
It is. Where?
hang
Flemo?
on.
Ascot. I'd be surprised. Because their burgers were pretty trash,
Jerry's
weren't they?
burgers and shakes closed.
Gone.
Yeah,
they were pretty trash, weren't they? Like they didn't have much in the way of food.
You know what, they put too much effort into the shakes, which were delicious.
And
but
the
the
burgers
food,
didn't
I'd
have
never
it.
get the food there. I'd always just roll down.
And that's the thing.
After being hangover, I'd roll down.
That was what made
smack
you
a big-
lactose.
Yeah, for sure. My guts would be killing me for days, but I'd still be rolling it.
But there we go. Anything else on the maps, or are we going to close it up?
I reckon we closed up.
I think we've
First
done well.
one
We're
back.
almost at 30, so give us one more minute. But give us a like.
Well, you know what
Give
we're
us a
doing. Yeah, the
subscribe.
1.31 pop heads.
Yeah,
in
that's it. So
tube.
I think this could be the way.
I think so.
I think maybe see how we go during the week. But we got this set up. I like this new setup with the wide angle. I'm feeling good with the wide angle.
Yeah, I think it's good, and I think we just roll in, talk some garbage.
That's it. Have a bit of fun. That's what we get the live viewers on.
Yeah, I think the live viewers.
We need
good.
our who were our regulars, big balls and that back in the day.
Oh, maybe, yeah, we were rolling for a bit there, weren't we?
We were rolling.
Where is everyone?
Where's Brad and the boys? Come on, lads.
We got the and just
to be honest, to be fair, we do. There was a time like earlier this year when I was away, then you went away. We went missing for about 4 months without actually explaining. If you actually had fans and you did that, you'd never have fans again. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So lucky we only had Brad and a few of the boys who took off on us. But
we need Brad. We need
the boys back. Hey, we're back, boys, and big balls and the rest. But there you go.
But don't forget, we do the music reactions in Fouldzys Stewed, and we'll do this once a week as well. Just
that's it. Or even we'll see. I'm really liking this one.
Fouldsy wants more. He reckons he's got time.
Angle.
You reckons he's got that much time? Where does he find it?
Yeah, that's so true. Let's get the smoke back on, and let's
play me out.
Yeah, well, give us. And
you know what? Can we get the? Do we have the tune on there? The old school tune? The
Sunny
Some
Days?
Days a time and I'm alive. Good friends, cheap wine, I'll survive.
Mayhem set. What was it called?
Weekend
Mayhem
Warriors.
was Weekend.
No stress if you don't have it. Just want to do it.
Oh, hang on. Weekend set. Hang on, is there a song? Nah.
Oh, well, there we've gone black.
Hang on.
We're going black to fit. Subscribe.
We'll catch us later. Give us a like and a subby.
I'll put you on.
Bye.